Watch yourself. You don't want to end up frozen in the wild like that tall man. You look right. The longer you swim, the darker the colors of the leaves.
Is this what you—
Hush, hush. A shaman's secrets are not spoken aloud.
Is this what you wanted me to find?
Bind it to your spear. Use it to attach this for now. You'll find more, I'm sure.
Why are you helping me?
The blue light is fading. The machine songs are ending. And what does the conclave do? They sit, they chant, they observe. No more. We must fight for it. And you are a fighter. We share a cause.
I'm not sure we do. I'm not even sure what the cause is. But I'm grateful.
No need for thanks. Only action.
Now I can attach modification parts to my spear. Works for me. Might as well get started improving my spear.
Machine spirits may be restless now. The young hunters will learn soon enough. You must have humility. Chosen a poor time to visit the cut, Outlander.
Arya said to find her friend, the rock painter. Seems paintings mean a lot to the Banuk.
Just to run from a challenge? Whatever happens, we can't let the daemons' work take our resolve from us. That's not who we are.
Even if I care to tell hunters are so eager to prove their worth, but the main skill they seem to have is showing off.
I think of the tall neck as a reminder. There is nothing the winters of the cut cannot freeze.
Shall we fear the new machines, or shall we overcome them? The new machines cannot be unkillable. It'll not be easy, but
one thing you can say about these new machines, they will challenge. Just...
The Banuk of Song.
pleasant day.
Trust the shamans.
Banukai.
Blue light
When the
shows
old
way
ones
to
were
defeat
fresh
the
in their
Daemons'
graves
machine.
and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banukai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banukai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered. Inside, Banukai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. "You bid me come," she said. "My people need aid. Will you provide it?" The machines whispered to Banukai. "We go where the light goes, for we are its chosen vessels. There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long. Carry it to your people if you must, but the cost will be great." Banukai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes and struck Banukai, piercing her skin, filling her up. Banukai did not scream, though she was in agony. Banukai did not collapse, though her limbs shook. She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home, and the machines marched behind her. As she walked, the light struggled to push its way out of her, but the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within. When she arrived, the forces of the ravenous tribe had surrounded the camp. Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banukai charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed. The ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and from them fashioned weapons. And it was with these that Banukai's people repaid the suffering the ravenous tribe had wrought upon them. When quiet descended, Banukai finally fell. The machines bowed their heads, and her Werak wept. The light she'd held within her drifted from her wounds and rose to the sky. And for just a moment, before life left her, Banu Kai knew the truth of the blue light. And she felt peace. We remember Banu Kai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, who brought the machines to us. When we speak the name of our tribe, we remember her. And we will not forget. We remember Banu Kai, when the old ones were fresh in their graves and
The Banuk might find this blue gleam stuff valuable.
It was she.
Why do the cliffs need fancy colors spread across them? Why can't Sakura just leave things alone?
So, machines in the south suffer their own sort of corruption. I wonder what sort of challenge they
I
present.
remember the Red Raids. They were not so long ago, and they are not easily forgiven.
I remember the Red Raids. Outsiders. I know what outsiders bring to this cut.
There's a strange beauty in a frozen tonic, lost figures.
We've never faced anything like the machines that guard Thunder's drum.
Ah, there you are.
Greetings. It's been a long day. And all I want is to stare into the fire and lose myself forever.
It feels like it's been forever since Cooley started her painting. When will it be finished?
Bandits cower at Stone Mill because they are too afraid.
The daemon's markings are fearsome, but a skilled hunter doesn't let fear rule them. I've never traveled to the south of the grave. In the old days, the mad sunlight.
Couldn't Sakura spend her time fishing or scrubbing dyes or hunting? What purpose do her paintings serve?
None of the southern tribes rival the Banuk as hunters, but some are skilled in their own way. I've never traveled further south than the grave. In the old days, the mad sunlight.
The Oseram, with their ridiculous ideas about women. How many great warriors have they ignored?
Stone Yield has always belonged to the Banuk, and these bandits should realize it will again. Sakuli's painting. I saw the frozen tall neck many years before I ever saw a living one. Can't let the smoke from Thunder's drum distract us. We all have jobs.
Some faithless hunters see the blue light as a symbol, something poetic but unreal. They are fools.
Just a week ago, I saw a Kaja sightseeing expedition staring slack-jawed at the frozen tall neck.
when the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small.
A win at the hunting
It was
grounds.
she
Just looking at
who
you,
led
I
us
wouldn't
through
have
the
thought you
frozen
capable.
wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banukai and her well fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banakai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet rising.
Before the bandits came, Stonemeal had a certain wild beast.
You may have won a challenge, but the hunting grounds aren't meant for you, Outlander.
May you survive and prevail.
Bandits in the cut, huh? Let's see who survives. What does the Outlander want?
I'm looking for School.
You found her. Come, come. Let's get it over with.
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew. But a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments. Like none have seen.
Araya said you could help me get the Werax's attention.
Araya works in strange ways. But I've drunk paint to survive in a blizzard, so I'm one to talk. I'll get you noticed, if you bring me the pigments I need to complete my work.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know what they mean? That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are called to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
Araya said you two were friends.
I paint about what I feel now, not the way things used to be. Araya understood. Most Banuk didn't. I would have been exiled if she hadn't had Aratak take me into their werak.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward, but I'd reward you as well.
Wrong way for sure. I wonder what they'll trade for Blue Gleam.
I've heard of your performance at the hunting grounds. Everyone gets lucky occasionally.
I'm going too far afield. I better turn back. Maria said to find her friend, the rock painter. Seems paintings mean a lot to the Banuk.
Hello.
Don't underestimate the machines of... No.
A
good life requires three things. A sharp spear, a warm tent, and a Wirac where everyone knows their place.
After all the Mad Sun King put us through, we were meant
don't forget the mad sun. humanity survives him. Even if we can trust the Midian, something still stands.
A good fire, tent, good meal. That's all I need after the hunt. The bandits may have wormed their way into the cut, but they won't find the
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small.
Shall we all die beneath the claws of these new machines? I heard a shaman once write machine oil. I think this is like...
I don't see what's wrong with the traditional painting.
Help me out, Nora, would you?
I don't fear bandits. To fear them is to give them the power they hunger for.
Place I start to grind my teeth.
Some jealous banook grumble about your victory at the hunting grounds.
Come on, Aloy.
Don't listen to them.
A little business arrangement.
You did well.
We should not pile his father's guilt onto the new Carter King's shoulders. He's a different kind. These new machines, like all machines, are still vessels for the blue light.
Aloy, got a proposition for you.
Sometimes we gather near the frozen tall neck at the sing the songs of our ancestors.
I didn't think much of Olga and his bandits at first. But then we found dead hunters. The pack's empty.
I'll give this to the Osram. Whatever they do with passion.
Come on, Aloy. A little business arrangement?
What can I do for you, Bergrand?
Mourn my poor departed luck. I finally met some Banuk, keen to trade with Outlanders. Then, they up and vanished. 3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago. No provisions, junk equipment, no idea how to strip a machine for parts. Asked me to outfit them for a long trip. And you know me, Aloy. I'm sentimental. So, I did it on credit.
And they haven't paid.
Well, they tried. Just look what they did to this Thunderjaw heart. But that was ages ago. And I'm starting to worry about them.
Tell me, Bergrand, are you worried about their well-being or your purse strings?
A man can worry about 2 things.
Uh-huh. What kind of deal was this, really?
Just what I said. I was nothing but generous, Aloy. After they dropped this ruined heart at my feet, I even gave them another chance. Sent them to fetch a few other parts I need.
But you haven't seen them since.
Hide nor hair.
What do you mean they couldn't harvest parts?
Not uncommon with Banuk. That's shaman's work, you see. The hunters take down the machines. The shamans slice them up. No shaman with these 3. Just 2 youngsters sniping at each other. And that big fella standing there smiling.
So if the Banuk don't usually hunt without a shaman, what's the story with these 3?
They weren't telling. But hammer to steel is not a happy story, whatever it is.
You said they asked you to outfit them for a trip. A trip to where?
Not sure. But I heard them chattering about the Sundom when they thought I wasn't listening.
So they're leaving Banuk territory.
Sensible behavior. Still, I get the sense this wasn't a sightseeing trip. They're running from something.
I'm not a debt collector, Bergrand. If I look for them, it'll be to make sure they're all right.
Of course, of course. Fires of the Forge, forgive me. I actually like these idiots. The molten steel of youth and all that. But if you do manage to find them, you could remind them of the deal we made. A scorcher claw, a loop of sinew from a stalker, and a snapmaw fang. If they bring me those parts, their debt's paid. And then some. Just make sure they don't bust them up too badly.
I'll consider it.
Last I saw them, they were heading northeast. Good machine hunting up that way. If you decide they're worth the trouble, you might look for them there.
I know what I'm good at. I know my place in the Werak.
The mountain has burned for as long as I can remember. And now, it's worse.
A hunt gone sour is no one's fault but the hunters.
You've chosen a dangerous land to visit, Outlander. But I admire your courage.
Frozen Tallneck is perhaps the most distinctive landmark in the cut.
Even if I cared to travel south, I'd not get much further than the Grave Hoard. That place disturbs me.
Banur goes where the great were. Perhaps one day I'll join them. Look to the frozen Tallneck and remember, the struggle for survival is never won.
I mourn the machines who have been enslaved by the daemon. The best gift we can give them is a swift death.
The blue light can guide you or it can abandon you, as it did the frozen tallneck. The truth is that the great werets of Banur abandoned the cut during the war. Abandoned us to the Karja.
They say Meridian is a place where every need is met. No wonder the Karja are so delicate.
Our struggles don't concern you, Outlander.
We brought a first-timer on the hunt today. Should have seen the look of pride on his face.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us. Also remember the ravenous tribe.
Sunfall still stands.
Good to see you, faithful friend. Tall Neck has stood frozen since before I held my first bow.
The daemon cannot force the blue light from the machines, only suppress it. These are different times.
Oseram encampments creep closer to Banuk lands. They should exercise some caution.
Sakuli's painting is coming along. It just seems like something's been missing.
The time you sit at the hunting grounds. It'll be beaten soon enough.
Sakuli. Probably nonsense.
The daemon calls for the machines, sends them into a frenzy.
The bandits with little more than...
Painted cliff or no painted cliff, the challenges of the place remain.
Good to feel.
Shamans from all over travel to the frost figures to study the frozen tall neck.
It's odd to see new machines. We must let them frighten. We're Banuk. We hunt.
One either strives to be the best, or one accepts failure. There's nothing in between.
Smoke never stops.
Hi.
Every reed is meant. No wonder the culture is so delicate.
When school is finished, you'll be able to see her painting in the songs. Trust in
One day of not worrying about what's happening at Thunder's drum. Must have met a few bandits. Go where you want.
They're the daemon's mark. I've never seen...
All I hope for is a song that echoes on after I'm gone. The red raids only made us stronger. So it is with every trial that the new can endure. The spikes the daemon drives up from the graft. Just looking at them makes me just feel hollow.
These bandits think we'll kneel before their blades? Do they know who we are?
These new Karja offer peace to the Banuk. None will forget the Red Raids, but perhaps... I must admit, I never thought an Outlander would beat any of the Champion's times.
Some record their stories in song. Cool.
Does it seem like we have time to deal with outlanders?